In this video, what I want to do is to teach you about Forex trading as a beginner. So if you've not traded before, you don't understand what Forex is, and you're just learning for the first time, this video is for you because I'm going to explain everything that in a way you can understand. First of all, trading is buying and selling in the market. And I'm looking at Forex trading for today. And Forex simply means foreign exchange. That is what Forex means. So we're going to be looking at it from different perspectives. First of all, we're going to talk about what we trade. So in the Forex market, we trade currencies. And these currencies are simply currencies of different countries in the world. So you have United States, you have Europe, you have Japan, So over here you can see this pair right here is Euro USD. So it is just trading the euro, which is currency for European countries, against the US dollars, all right, which is the currency for United States. Now over here you also have this pair here, Euro JPY. So it is just trading euro against the Japanese currency. Okay. And right here you have USD card. So trading against Canadian dollar. Here is GBP against CHF, and here is GBP against USD. So that means pounds against US dollars. Okay. And this is pounds against Switzerland currency. Okay. It is that simple. So in the global market, so prices of these currencies move over time. So as the prices keeps moving, there is a difference. So being able to capitalize on that difference to say, okay, the market is going to go up, that is going to buy, or the market is going to sell. So for if you're able to predict correctly and you get it, then you get rewarded with profits. That is how traders make money. Apart from trading currencies, there are other things that you can trade also. You can trade things like cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all of that. Then you also have commodities, you have stocks, and you have things like gold, silver, and so many things like that. Okay. So all these things are things that you can trade. And if you want to use a platform that helps you to trade all of these things, then I highly recommend using LiteFinance, because right here I'm on LiteFinance and you can see that I have access to trade all of these things in one place. That is one good thing I like about LiteFinance. Okay. Now to get started with trading LiteFinance, just go ahead and use the first link in the description and you'll be able to get 100% bonus on every deposit you make. So this is just exclusive to my link. So if you use the link in the description, you will get 100% bonus of every deposit that you make from now till 10th of July. So you have a limited time to get that bonus, because LiteFinance is celebrating their 21 years anniversary, and with my partner link you'll be able to get that bonus. Okay, just go ahead and use that right now. Now let's look at the platforms that you use for trading. So if you're going to be using a mobile phone, you're going to be using platform such as MT4 and MT5. So just search it on your Google Play Store or your App Store for your iPhone. You'll be able to download MT4 and MT5. It's very simple. Once you download it, then you're able to connect it with your broker, and then you are ready to start trading. Now you need to set up a broker account, and for you to do that, if you use the first link also, you'll be able to register an account, and what you just need to do is to fill out your details and also submit the required documents. So you need to submit your valid ID card and your proof of address, and once you have those things, then your account is set up. Then you go ahead and make deposits to your account. So once you make deposit, that means you're ready to start trading. But if you don't want to even make deposit, you can also start with trading demo account to get used to the platform, to get used to how things work. Now there are different types of execution in the market. So you have instant execution, you also have limit execution. Okay, now for instant execution, it simply means that you are entering the trade right away. For limit means that you are setting when you want to enter. So you set the orders. Let's say the price, let's say for example the price of Euro USD is at 1.14338. okay, I can say enter a buy when this price goes down to 1.133, right? That is a limit order. or I can say enter a sell when the price goes to 1.1445, something like that. Okay, so long as you're not entering immediately, that is a limit order. Okay, but if you're entering instantly, for example, as this price is right here and I just say I want to enter a buy immediately, that is an instant order. Or I want to enter a sell immediately, that is an instant order. So these are the two types of market orders that you have when you are trading. Now let me buttress this point very clearly. So right here you can see the sell and the buy, and we have what we call the lot size. So right here you can increase it or you can reduce it. So the higher the lot price, so the higher the lot size that you use, the higher the risk factor. So if you're going to be trading with a small account, then also make sure that you're using a small lot size. And then if you want to risk more, then you can increase your lot size a little bit. So depending on the account size as well. So right here, if you open the close conditions, you're now going to see the take profits and stop loss. So when you enter a trade, you want to make sure that you set your stop loss and also set your take profits. What stop loss means is that if the market or the trade is going against you, you want it to stop at a particular point. Let's say you enter a trade with $100 and you don't want to lose more than $10. So you can set your stop loss to be at the $10 mark, so that once the market is going against you and you're already in loss of $10, let the trade trigger automatically and stop. Okay, that is what stop loss means. And then for take profit, it means at the point where you want to take your profit if the market is going in your direction. For example, also if you entered with $100 and you want to take profit, let's say with $50, so if the market moves up, even if you're not there at that point in time or you're not watching the market live, once it gets to that price where you set your take profit, is going to trigger and secure your profit. This is very important because sometimes market can move in your direction, and if you're not there to execute the take profit, it can also reverse back, and sometimes you find yourself back to a loss. So it has happened to so many traders that they forget to set take profits and market moves in their direction, and at some point start reversing back, and eventually they lose or blow up the account. So it is very important to set these things, your stop loss and your take profit, when you are entering trades. Now the next thing I want to talk to you about is the chart. So over here is the chart of this particular pair that we are looking at. Now the green lines or the green candles represent when the market is buying, and the red candles represent when the market is selling. So these things are just a way to represent the price movement of the market, so you call them candlesticks. And then there's also what we call candle pattern or chart pattern. Now for example, you can have something like a double top or a double bottom, stuff like that. So I'm going to drop a book in the description where you can go and learn more about chart patterns. All right, now, so the way it works is that if you learn about chart patterns, you can actually see something like that play out in a particular chart and then make an inference, though it is not always going to be correct. But over time, studies have shown that if you study it and master technical analysis, then you can make inference based on what has happened in the past or based on a chart pattern that you're able to identify. All right. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is trend lines. So, for example, over here, I'm able to pick up this tool right here. You can see it's called trend line. So once I select that tool, I'm going to come over here and draw something like this. All right, so this is like a trend line. So if you look at this trend line, you can see right here, it looks like the market is going down. So this helps you to make analysis. All right, and that is how to use trend line. So if I zoom out a little bit, let me zoom out to, so I'm watching this now on a daily time frame. So let me zoom out to, let's say, to 4 hours time frame. So you can see on a 4-hour time frame, the chart now looks different. So I can also draw my trend line, to help me to make my analysis. So if I go back to my daily time frame, there you can see my trend line is also there, right there. Okay, so trend line is what helps you to find out what trend or in what direction the market is moving. So if the market is moving in an uptrend, you can now see it clearly. If the market is moving in a downtrend, you can see it clearly too, and it will help you, to make decision on what direction to trade. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you about is support and resistance. So let me quickly grab this horizontal line right here, and I'm going to place this line here. And let me grab another line, come over here and place it right here. Now, the point at which the price is trying to break, or the point that looks like a ceiling, we call it the resistance level. And then the point that looks like the floor, we call it the support level. So at this point, you can see the market is trying to break this resistance level right here. So if you look at it over here, it broke it, kept moving kept moving up, and then try to retrace back into this zone right here. Now, if you look at this other line too, it's serving as the floor line, which is the support. So if you notice, the price keep hitting the support level and keep bouncing up. So in a simple way to understand it is, your ceiling is your resistance level and your floor is your support level. So it can be in any market, whether in an uptrend or in a downtrend. So when you want to make analysis, you want to look out for key zones. So what I mean by key zones are areas where there are lots of things happening almost repetitively. Like you can see over here at this level, it looks like the market is trying to break it, but finding it very difficult to break. So you can map that out. So over here too, it looks like at this point the market tried to break here and went back up. The same thing happened here, went back up until it finally broke it and started moving down. All right, so that's how you look at support and resistance levels. So if you understand it, to help you very well in your analysis. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is time frame. So time frame is simply the time interval at which you take your trades. For example, I'm looking at this chart on a 1-day time frame. So there are different time frames depending on the type of trader that you are. So we have 1 minute time frame, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, 1 day, even 1 week, 1 month, and even 1 year. So depending on how you want to look at the market. So at each point or at each interval, the market is going to look differently. So the market can be selling in a 1 minute time frame and be buying in a 30-minute time frame. So depending on the type of trader that you are as well, then that is where you want to make your analysis. So if you're a scalper, then 5 minutes to 30 minutes can make sense to you. But if you're a swing trader that takes trades in a day, or let's say a day trader, that means you want to be looking at the daily time frame. That is what is going to make more sense to you. So if you want to now go to look at the 5 minutes or 1 minute and you're a day trader, that means it's more of noise, because everything will just be noisy to you. So that is how to understand time frame. So it depends on whether you are a scalper, you want to take trades, just jump in and jump out of trades, or whether you are a day trader, or you're a swing trader, or you're a position trader. That means you want to trade over a long period of time. So that's how you look at time frames. The next thing I want to talk to you about is risk management. So risk management is very, very important when it comes to trading. It is very, very key. If you ignore it, that means you are not trading, you are simply gambling. Because trading itself is a risky venture, and you need to understand how the market works. You need to understand what you're willing to risk, how much you are willing to lose. So I usually say, when trading, you trade with the amount of money that you are willing to actually risk. And that is very, very important. So the key thing that most people who succeed with trading do is that they actually know the amount of money that they are willing to risk per trade. And they just go in and execute. So if you don't know how much you are willing to risk, that means you are putting your entire funds or your entire account exposed, and you can lose everything eventually, right? So risk management is very, very important. So, and that is where we'll start talking about things like risk to reward ratio. So you can have a risk to reward ratio of 1:2 or 1:3, as the case may be. So what that simply means is that if I want to enter a trade and I'm willing to lose $10 and also willing to make back $30. So if you look at it, 10:30 is simply 1:3, right? So also we have 1:1. In that case, I'm willing to lose $10 or make back $10. So in that case, this 1:1 ratio. So as a trader, you need to know what your risk to reward ratio is in a particular trade that you are entering. So I usually target anywhere from 1:2, right? And the last thing but not the least that I want to talk about is the trading psychology. This is very, very important that most newbie actually ignore this. So trading psychology has to do with your emotions, it has to do with your greed, it has to do with what is going on in your mind, it has to do with your approach to the market, it has to do with revenge trading, it has to do with selfish and every other thing that that is not technically based, that has to do with you as a person. Okay, so many people ignore this, and that is why they go into spiral losses, right? So you need to be able to master your greed, you need to be able to master your emotions, you need to be able to know when to stop, you need to be able to know when to stop what we call revenge trading. That means, let's say you lost a certain amount of money and then you are trying to recover that money, by all means, by trading even setups that are not clear, or making decisions based on how you feel, or maybe you want to make money very fast, or you can pay your rent, or so you can buy something, or you can settle a deal or something like that. So those are decisions made out of emotions, and in trading you want to really avoid making such kind of decisions, because your psychology is the first place you have to win before you can even win in the market, right? So it is very, very important to master your trading psychology, to master your emotions, and to make sure that you are in control of it. So that's basically all I have to tell you about trading in a nutshell. If you're somebody who is just coming into the trading space and you do not have an idea, I believe this video would be able to, give you a broader view of how the trading system works. I hope you got value from this, and I will see you in my next video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I will see you in my next video.